Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock. This is City of Villains on the Rebirth server. We are with our level 34 Mastermind. Nightmare Lass, who has 2.67 million experience, 383,000 to go to get to level 35, and 138 million infamy. And we are on a story arc for hard luck. So we hunted some freaks on the street because he said somebody was cheating in the casino and he wanted to figure out where he was. And this guy's name is Luckless, and now we're going to go and defeat Luckless. Not much of this story arc so far. Hopefully there will be more to it than just defeat a couple of villains. Our first clue says that it began with a tip from Hard Luck, a member of the Freak Show is having remarkable success, and now we've got to go find him and beat some sense into him. And here we are. So let's summon our buddies. And then we're going to buff them up as we always do. You know, it seems like this thing, the buffing, because it affects them all and is permanent, it almost seems like they should have made it into some kind of a passive. Once you get it, they just always have that buff when they get summoned, but I guess they couldn't mechanically figure out how to do that, perhaps. Let's go ahead and make sure Curly has some Mez defense, and we will proceed. I don't like that there's nobody here. Oh, I was going to say I think we're going to get ambushed, but there's a whole group of them here. So these guys are +2s. One thing we got to be careful about with the freak shows is they do regenerate, so we've got to be a little slower. See, one's regenerating already. Got him. And that guy was a respawner, so we don't have to wait for him. Let's teleport one of the freaks. I think Kiovar made the comment he was, I don't know, considering respecking into or had respect into teleport foe. It's a great power, and as I said in that comment, I kind of did it by mistake, right? I was thinking I could use it on the NPCs who get lost in missions. But it doesn't work on them, but it works really well on enemies. And it's a great device for pulling, especially as a Mastermind where you don't have any other good options for pulling. And there's a respawner. As a Mastermind, it's very hard to pull, because you'd have to like send one minion in and then bring him back or something like that, and that can be a bit of a pain to do, but something like this, if you don't interrupt it, there we go. Now, of course, these guys saw me, but the advantage of a pull like that is if there is somebody else around the corner, then we don't get that aggro. I'm not really trying to pull from the spawn. In this case, I'm just trying to pull the spawn to me so that I don't end up like aggroing somebody around the corner. Right, obviously if you want to just pull one guy out of the spawn, you teleport around the corner yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that's my rule of thumb. It takes about 5 seconds for the res. And so I always count to 5 when I think of it after the last freak show goes down to make sure they aren't going to res. These guys are worth an awful lot of XP, not only because they're +2 to us, but also because they res, and then you get the experience for them twice. I do want to also point out, we now have almost 200,000 prestige that we have earned all by ourselves in the low-level game to mid-level game, so that's not bad. And I don't think we need to pull these guys, so we'll just go in. You can see how quickly Yellow Khan goes down to our powerful fire and ice attacks. Gotta watch out for the champion swiper. He can knock me down. He can knock my minions down too, but I don't care about my minions. I just care about me. Even though we're flying, it like makes you spin in the air and you kind of lose control of your character a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. You guys can just attack. Bam. So we're looking for... We want to seek Luckless's methods. I bet he's not going to be in this one. We may be spending the entire story arc looking for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are now at the stage where I only ever got one villain to this level or above, so I don't recognize any of these story arcs or what's going to happen. I think Kiovar or somebody posted saying that this is one of the old original story arcs. Always good to know that, because I don't like the newer ones. Now there should be more of this spawn upstairs, and there is. So you guys can go get them if the other guy respawns. It's no big deal. Yep, sounds like he did. But since it's all just one spawn, we should be okay. And now we can go get the respawner. Come on, finish him up. There we go. And now the next guy. So this is where, you know, even though we fought 4 guys, we're going to end up with like 5 or 6 guys worth of experience. Right, each one's worth 1,000. So the fact that these guys respawn gives you a couple extra 1,000 XP, which is quite nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody doing okay? Somebody stuck upstairs. Come on, guys. Stop being stuck. There you go. Come with me. And the AI is still a little gimpy on this game. You know, it's really interesting. I've been playing Planet Zoo, and that's a successor to Zoo Tycoon and to some degree Roller Coaster Tycoon. And now the graphics of Zoo Tycoon are gorgeous, of course. And I remember playing Roller Coaster Tycoon and thinking that had very beautiful, wonderful graphics. I was watching a 2012, which isn't that long ago, 2012 playthrough of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and looking at the graphics, I thought, wow, it looks horrible compared to the modern stuff. And you know, I find it really interesting that that game was out at the same time as this game, and yet I feel like City of Heroes actually holds up quite nicely compared to something like Roller Coaster Tycoon, which doesn't hold up very well at all. So one of the things you got to watch in here with their AoEs is if I stay in the midst too much, I will get stunned. The problem is I can't get too far away, or this heal will not reach like the guys that are at the far end of the spawn. So I kind of need to stay in the midst of them. But you see those AoEs get me, and now I'm stunned, right? So, so you got to kind of watch out. We do have this pool power, right? Rune of Protection, but it still only works once every 5 minutes or so, because that's the recharge rate. So far, no clues. Haven't seen any glowies. So yeah, I was just amazed that, I mean, Roller Coaster Tycoon's a cute game, and it looked like it still had fun gameplay in it, you know, that it would still be fun to play. But I remember, my gosh, I remember getting on the roller coasters, because you can ride your own roller coasters after you build them. And I remember getting on the roller coasters and watching how that looked and thinking, oh man, this is gorgeous, it's so great, it looks so realistic. And I was watching it on this one guy's playthrough from 2012. I'm like, that doesn't look realistic to me compared to, you know, Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster now, you know. And of course, the City of Heroes does have, you know, some rough spots, like these rounded areas are actually, when you zoom in, not rounded because they don't have good anti-aliasing. But I think overall this game looks fantastic compared to other games of its generation, and it holds up quite well. The character models still look great. Everything still looks really good. Get him! Oh wow, there's some sort of a force field over here with some kind of a sensor in it, or a projector or something. So let's defeat the freaks first before we go after that. But yeah, this game is remarkably good for its generation. One of the best, some of the absolute best graphics of its time. And as I've said before, for a non-AAA company, I mean, Star Wars Galaxies was made by Sony Online Entertainment and LucasArts, and they had, you know, like Star Wars quality motion capture for the animations and everything, but the graphics are still better in City of Heroes. The animations were smoother in Star Wars Galaxies because of the mocap, which City of Heroes doesn't have. It was just done by their animators. But there's absolutely no question that the graphics themselves were better in City of Heroes. I mean, you know, again, the games were styled differently, but City of Heroes had amazing graphics for its day, and possibly the best of any MMO of its time. MMOs notoriously had worse graphics than single-player games just because of the sort of the crunch that they gave the computer for between like the internet as well as the just the graphics itself, right? Some of this stuff had to be broadcast over the internet. Now, most of the graphics was done on the client, but still there was only just so much data they could keep on the client, and the rest had to be pushed over the server. And we were playing on dial-up, guys, so they couldn't necessarily do beautiful graphics, and there were lots of glitches. I remember walking through a valley in Star Wars Galaxies, and there were like bushes floating 10 feet in the air because they just hadn't been put down right, and you just don't see that kind of sloppiness generally in COH. They did a really good job with collisions and everything else, and that's another thing that they did, and we'll read the clue in a second. Another thing that they did in City of Heroes that you didn't see elsewhere was collisions. In a lot of other games, you see how I can just go right through my minions. In a lot of other games, certainly Star Wars Galaxies, you just walk through each other. But in City of Heroes, yeah, you can go through your minions, but if you try to walk through any other NPC, they collide with you. And most games didn't do collisions because those collision calculations were very hard to do over the internet, and if there was any lag, you would get rubber banding and all this stuff, and it didn't work. The City of Heroes was able to somehow get it to work right from launch so that they could do collisions over the internet, and you didn't get a lot of rubber banding, which is pretty amazing for its time. Okay, let's call hard luck, and let's take a look at our clues. So we went after him, but Luckless had already made his escape, which I'm not surprised about. And now he says, okay, it wasn't easy, but I managed to track down Luckless. Go take him down. Alright. So we're going to head over. Let's see, how long have we been playing? 14 minutes, so we're probably just going to do this one more mission today. So let's go ahead and use the mission teleporter. Yeah, this may be a bit of a short episode. My migraine is mostly gone, but I'm still suffering from a few of the ill effects. And so, and I mentioned that in the last couple of episodes that I was having one. And so, oh cool, we're inside. So yeah, just to try to minimize the effects of kind of concentrating too much and sitting in one position too long. I don't want to have 30, 40, 50-minute episodes. And to be honest, I've also been playing some Planet Zoo, so I've been sitting in the chair a little bit too long, partly from that as well. Alright. Curly, where are you? What are you doing? Where'd they go? Where the heck did these guys go? Alright, let me go inside the mission and see if they come back with me. I don't know where the heck they went. They all disappeared. You guys back now? What are you doing, guys? Where you went? I don't know. Alright, come with me. This could be up to 5 levels, so it may be a long mission. And I would not object to that, since it's only our second mission, and we're only about 15 minutes into the episode. So we're going to defeat Luckless and his guard, so it seems like he will be in this mission. We got some carnies to fight. So try to make sure that we are over past the balcony. I don't want my guys falling down and aggroing whatever is below. Okay. Anything up here? Nope. Alright, let's head down the stairs, guys. Come on down. Oh, they aggroed something. What'd they aggro? Yep, somebody fell downstairs, you see. Alright, go ahead. One of the frustrations of dealing with NPCs when there are openings in the floor and the ceiling and such, they end up aggroing everybody in the entire room. Is that everybody? You guys following me now? Come on. Okay, so there's nobody in there. There should be something on this side. Nobody in there either. So that means we're going to go this way. Come, my minions. Attack the Seneschal. Oh, looks like there's another exit there. I love how they trap him in ice. Curly traps him in ice. Speaking of Curly, let's re-up his mez defense. I don't think that really matters that much with these guys, because they don't do a lot of mezzing other than the knockdowns, which that doesn't protect. Or I should say, against which that doesn't protect. It's funny, re-listening to my videos, I notice when I'm speaking, I make a lot of grammatical mistakes and I want to rewrite myself. And I think the tendency to want to rewrite myself comes from all the writing I do and how often I have to rewrite myself on the page. Let's go. You guys coming? Attack. Yes, I much prefer coming in on the bottom floor with these minions, because they're not as liable to end up upstairs when they're attacking somebody on the ground as they are to end up on the ground when they're attacking somebody up in the sky. Or in this case, up on a balcony. I'm still 34 levels in, not 100% sure exactly what the right set of inspirations is to carry. Still not really sure. There are more guys upstairs. My guys are kicking carny butt, so that's always good. See if I can get them to follow me up. And now you guys can attack. Okay, no enemies up here. You guys can come back down. Alright, and follow me. I do like having minions and having them follow me around. I do wish the AI were a little bit better. So this is basically the room we just came out of downstairs. Go get him. I'm a big fan of the way the carnies look. They're very cool. I had a friend who, when we played City of Villains, made up a carny. Like, you know, a character who was an ex-carny. Really cool design with a multicolored diamond skirt and a mask and like a jester hat. It was very cool. And she was like a psionic controller, I think, or, well, must have been Dominator. Back in those days, a villain couldn't be a controller, they had to be a Dominator. And how did I know there was going to be more to this section? Mostly just because there was space on the map up here. And just sort of following the map logic, metagaming a little bit. Using my out-of-game knowledge of design and of how these levels are laid out to figure out where to go next. And now we head upstairs. We only have to defeat Luckless and his guards. It shouldn't be a defeat all, so if we leave some guys underneath on the lower levels, it shouldn't matter. We're now on level 3. As I've said before, this could be up to 5 levels. But I suspect it won't be quite that long. We'll see. Alright, now this is a hard entry. I don't know if my minions are going to make it over there correctly, but we'll see. They should be able to. And they're going downstairs, so that's going to cause trouble. Yep, they aggroed these guys. Yeah, that's always a hard entry with the... Heck, even just as a PC, it can be difficult to come through there without aggroing the wrong thing. But especially with minions, they're going to come down the stairs because they don't know what they're doing. And there we go. Alright, come on up here, guys. Let's go up first and then we'll come down. Come with me. Keep clicking follow so they follow me. Alright, let's see. That might be the boss. Stay over here. Come on. No. Doesn't seem to be. Let's play it safe and pull them out. Just in case there's a boss around the corner or something. And that didn't work. Alright, well, I guess we're going to go in. I don't think there is a boss in here. Oh, there's one upstairs. Okay, but she shouldn't aggro down to here. That was her, correct? Yeah, or him, Luckless. There he is, so he's a freak show boss. So let's go ahead and Give Curly Hell on Earth and Mez Defense. Use World of Pain, Rune of Protection. Follow me. See if we can pull that guy out. I keep losing the mouse here. There we go. Got him. Oh, the boss came, but that should take care of the minion very quickly. And now we go after the boss. And the minion rezzed. So we better take him out fast. Oh good, and we've held the boss, so that's good. While the minion's being taken out, the boss is held. And then we go back after Lucky, or Luckless. Kicking his butt and taking his name. And that's the mission. Let's see if he reses, we can fight him again. Notice we got 5,100 experience for the mission and more than 5,100 for him. Go get him. Like, defeating him a second time is like doing a mission complete twice. The slowing is really helping. He can't do as many of his abilities because look how slowed he is. And Curly keeps slowing him, and one of the other demons does ice as well. Or two of the other demons do ice. One of these two, and I think Meanie. And that just is awesome. 5,000 more XP. Very nice, guys. Good job. Let's head out. And we will talk to our contact. Let's head outside. And we are in the jackpot. These are some really cool buildings. I mean, take a look, guys. That is awesome. And see what I mean? Like, this game, they did such a nice job on it when they built it in 2005 that it's just super amazing. It still looks nice. I mean, yeah, if you get really close, the curved parts are blocky, you know, when you get in close, like that. But come out here, and they look nice and smooth. They look great from back here. They did a really, really nice job on the graphics of this game. Alright, enough praising of City of Heroes. Is that the end of the story arc? That wasn't much of a story arc, was it, guys? Alright, so we've completed this story arc. I will do some more off-screen, and when we get to level 35, or near level 35, I will bring you back to watch some more. Until next time, I am Scrapperlock, and this has been City of Villains.